Alright, I think we're all on the same page as to switch themes. There's the white theme, right? That's an epic theme. And then there's the basic black theme. And that's all we have. Inside the Switch OS, the themes are a 1x1 pixel repeated over the whole screen. That's all we have. It's all just boring white and black theme. That's all. So, there's actually a way to fix this. What happens when you modify that image? Maybe make it more high definition? Add some picture onto it? Let's find out. Alright, so to get started, we need Photoshop, which I have right here. We need this plugin right here, the Intel TextureWorks plugin, which will be linked in the description. And we need the theme itself that we want, a 1080p picture, or 720p. So I'll quickly go over installing it. What you need to do is go into the Intel TextureWorks folder inside the zip file, and also go to your installation folder right here of Adobe Photoshop. Then you need to find your respective file inside of plugins, either 32-bit or 64-bit. I'm going with 64-bit. And then you need to copy this texture over to the plugins folder. You might not have the file formats folder inside of your plugins folder, so let me create that. Oh my god, what is wrong with Explorer? If someone has the same issue and has fixed it, please contact me on Discord or something. It will just load right there and not update anything. And I have to reload to have it work. It's really, really bad. Anyhow, inside of file formats, you want to copy the plugin right there. So you want to go into the Photoshop scripts folder and copy these two into your presets folder and then scripts. There it is, and copy these. There we go. Now you can get rid of the zip file and launch Adobe Photoshop. It's doing the thing again. So just go into Creative Cloud, I guess, and open Photoshop. The plugin will be installed, and we can export the file. So what you want to do is open the theme that you need, and then File, Save As, Intel TextureWorks right there, Save, and then right here you want to go to Texture Type Color, and then Compression needs to be BC1 4BPP, and also bitmaps need to be auto-generated. Hit OK. Just wait a bit for it to save. Gets saved. Get really angry at the green bar thing that happens constantly. And then there you go, you have your DDS file. So now that you have that done, you can close Photoshop. And then we're going to replace the file itself. To do that, we need to modify our common.szs file. QLaunch is a title on the Switch that handles the home menu, the news applet, the settings, stuff like that. And common.szs is located inside of its romfs in the lyt folder. You can ask me for it on Discord, and I will gladly share it, but I'm not going to share it in the description because of copyright issues. Open SARC Tool, which will be linked in the description, and then just drag your common.szs file over to sarctool.exe. You'll see a common folder appear, hopefully no green bar. And then open that and check inside of timg for a combined.bntx file. If you have that, you have the right SZS file and you extracted it correctly. Now over here, find bntx editor, and then go to open, navigate to the timg file, and then combine.bntx. Now what you want to do right here is find white 1x1 underscore 180 caret r, and then you're going to hit replace, go over to your DDS file, select that, and then make sure your settings match mine, which are the default ones, so that shouldn't be an issue. Hit OK, and then you'll see the TheSunCat theme appear right here, for whatever theme you selected. Now just hit save. You can X out of this. And now what we need to do is repack our common.szs. So I'm going to call this one common old.szs, since it's the old file. And now what we're going to do is open a CMD window, then cd over to a QLaunch folder. So d cd QLaunch. Now hope that the green bar stops because it's annoying and horrible. and then go over to SARC Tool, drag sarctool.exe onto CMD, space, -little, these commands will be left in the description of course, negative, compress 9, and then just drag your common folder onto it. It'll show a bunch of stuff, and eventually finish. The new common.szs shouldn't be bigger than the old common.szs, unless you're doing some weird stuff that isn't covered by this tutorial. Once that is done, you can finally load the theme onto your Switch and see if it works. To move files onto your Switch, you can use Tools, UMS Tool, just click on that. Your SD card will open up as if it was just plugged into your computer, but it's actually your Switch connected to it. And then you want to move into Atmosphere, Titles, then this one, not that one's Mario Odyssey. This folder, if you don't have it created, I'll leave the folder path in the description if you need. You want to create a folder called romfs, and you want to create a new file that is 0 bytes. Call it fsmitm.flag. This just tells it to load files as if it was a system title instead of a game title. Open up romfs, and then create a folder inside of that called lyt. Lyt stands for layout, and then inside of that goes your common.szs file. Press and hold your power button on your Switch for 10 seconds. There we go. Now you can boot it back up into layered fs. By the way, you need the latest SD files for this, which will be also left in the description. And once you boot your Switch back up, you'll have your custom theme loaded. And it's worth noting that this theme goes over both scenes, just the buttons change. You can actually change that by modifying the layout, but it's quite complicated, so I'm not going to go over that unless it's really requested. And by changing the layout, you can move stuff around. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. This is really exciting for Switch hacking because we can finally have a custom home menu. And yeah, I think that's all. Goodbye.